Hello, everyone. This is a, a second part of the Joran van der Sloot videos I'm going to do today. I wasn't planning to do this. I'm doing this because after I put out the first one, which I talked about how he played the system, got a plea deal, and he's not telling the truth about what happened to Natalie Holloway. Uh, I've got some responses that people are very angry with me because they're happy that Beth Holloway, Natalie's mother, finally got answers as to what happened to her daughter. And if it makes her happy and if it gives her closure, then it's okay that he got a plea deal. Let me read one of them to you. Respectfully disagree. Beth Holloway seems like a smart woman. Nothing has to do with anybody being smart. Beth Holloway may be the smartest woman ever, but it's her daughter who was murdered. And that changes everything about how your brain works. You just want to you do want closure. You do want to put it to rest. You want to know. You want him to confess. You want what you want because you can't get your daughter back. Okay? She has gotten some closure from this. The justice system is not about giving closure to families. It's not. I mean, we like to believe that, but that's not the point of the justice system. The justice system is to try people who have committed a crime and to give them the appropriate punishment and confinement that society demands and that they deserve. If the family gets closure along the way, that's fine. Many families do not get any closure, no matter whether that person gets life in prison or gets a death penalty, they still don't get actual closure. Closure is one of those things you wish you could get. But when your child has been murdered, no matter how hard you try, usually you don't get closure. Usually what you get is a lifelong sentence. And what some parents do to deal with that, love the family members, is that they try to do things in their name, like have college funds in their name, try to help other victims. They try to do things in their name so that essentially they don't die in vain, get murdered in vain. But getting real closure, I'm sorry, that really doesn't happen. But sometimes a family member wants to feel that. They want to feel that they can get anything that'll mean something. That's why families sometimes go to prisons and talk with creeps like this and say, "Why did you kill my child?" Hoping that this guy will say something like, "Oh, well, I didn't mean to, but I've had a bad life and I lost my mind and I did it." A guy who murders your child is a psychopath. He's not going to tell you the truth, and he's playing you. He's always playing. So you might go in and you might even say, "Well, I think he might be telling the truth." But someday when you're laying in bed, you think about your child being brutally murdered by this piece of crap. You're going to sit there and go, "I bet he played me," and you'd be right. All right. Let me continue what he says here. Or she, I don't know who this is. I don't believe she got pulled into this plea deal. Plea deals, in my opinion, shouldn't be between families and killers. They should be within the system in order to bring justice. Not for us to judge, I believe. We have to judge our justice system. That's the system we rely on to put these people in prison and to get justice enacted in a proper way. Yes, we have everything to say. It's not just about the families. I mean, truly, I understand that the families are the ones who are hit hardest. But in reality, the point of the justice system is about how we as a society deal with criminals. That's a societal problem. It's the legal system, not the justice system. What? No. They're sort of supposed to go together. Like we legally have to have a justice system, and we have to have a justice system that is legal. This is not a psychology, a therapist room, shall I say. This is not a therapy room. The justice system or the legal system isn't about therapy for the families, for people to feel better. That's not the point of it. If you want that, you go to a therapist, all right? His confession was polygraphed and passed. Polygraphed by whom? Passed? How? Who did this? How do we believe it? and he's a psychopath, he can possibly pass a polygraph. It doesn't mean he's telling the truth. Okay, so what? It's not, polygraph is not legal in a court of law. If it makes Beth Holloway happy to privately have him or whomever, I don't know who did this, give him a polygraph, and she feels happy with it, they don't even need a plea deal. He just takes a polygraph and she's happy. Okay, maybe the polygraph was part of the plea deal, but so what? It's not usable in a court of law. It's not proof of anything. So if it makes Beth Holloway happy, again, I don't have a problem with Beth Holloway feeling comforted. I have a problem with a plea deal made with a psychopath so that he tells whatever story he feels like and he gets a deal out of it. I'm sure it's easy to discount this. Yes, it is. But we weren't there, and you seem to be assuming a number of things you don't know. I don't know that he actually passed it. I don't know that he could pass it when he's lying. You don't know, neither does Beth Holloway. It is not proof. I'm happy for Natalie's family. Okay. Natalie's family, if that makes them happy, fine. The system sucks, but sometimes giving them other pieces is enough. No, it is not the point of the system. Again, I point this out over and over again. It is not. The system is not here to say to the family what works for you. What works for you? If the guy lies, if the guy's willing to tell you a story, do you have a problem shaving 10 years off his sentence? He's going to get life, but if he tells you how he killed your child, can we shave off 20 years? How about if he gets out next year as long as he tells you the truth? Is this what our system is about? No, it's not. He's on his way back to Peru. Well, yes, he had a 6-month vacation or whatever, June, July, August, September, almost 5-month vacation. Okay, he was in prison, but I don't care if he's back to Peru. The point is he never should have left Peru for this ridiculous plea deal. Your anger does, in fact, seem directed toward Beth. No, it's not. And it's upsetting. No, I'm not directing my anger toward Beth at all. That you find this is true is a more upsetting. Beth Holloway is a victim. Natalie Holloway's family and all her friends, everyone who ever knew Natalie, is a victim of this piece of garbage. I have all the sympathies in the world for them. But that does not mean I think we should allow him to play the system, to allow him to lie in order to get the system to work for him. And that he is then permitted by the system to give a story that he cannot prove. And we have no idea if it's true. And he gets a deal out of it. So in the long run, okay, if you want to say it gave comfort to the Holloway family, they can take comfort from it. I don't take comfort from a system giving him a plea deal and letting him play everybody. He played the system. He played the Holloways. And he's playing you if you think that this guy is a truth teller. I don't buy it. I don't buy what he says. I don't care about the polygraph. I have no proof how he took the polygraph, how he got it. That means nothing to me. He cannot say where her body is. How convenient. Because if he did say her body was on land, buried someplace, then we could find out whether her head was really bashed in or whether she was strangled to death while being raped. But we're never going to know because he's not going to tell us because he's going to say her body's in the sea. So that's the end of that, isn't it? And if you want to believe it, and if the Holloways want to believe it, bully for you all. But I don't like psychopaths playing the system. And I think the system should not allow it. And I think the system sometimes does it because somehow they get kudos for doing what I think is wrong. I think it's absolutely 100% wrong. And I'm going to stand by that. So that's my response. That's it. Anyway, again, thank you for being here. My channel, subscribe. I try to tell the truth here. I don't always tell what people want to hear. Say what people want me to say. Because as a criminal profiler, I really feel my job is to help people understand how things work, how the minds of psychopaths work, how the minds of criminals work, how crime scene analysis works. I'm not here to placate. I'm not here to sit here and go, oh, it's so wonderful, isn't it, that Beth Holloway has finally got the answers? Isn't it wonderful that he came, he was willing to tell the truth? What kind of nonsense is this? Now, that may be on another channel. It's not on my channel. If you don't like it, I'm not your cup of tea. That's fine. Find another channel. But I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to Beth Holloway. If she believes him, well, and that makes her happy, fine. But I'm still going to say, Beth Holloway, the guy's a lying dog. And I'm sorry if you think, he's telling you the truth. Okay. No more to say. Anyway, that's my second thoughts on this. Bye-bye.